anthems, and can I request you to please stand? We will have the Australian national anthem followed by the Indian national anthem.
Jai Julia, thank you, and the tireless apology. Thank you very, very much for this invitation to speak to you today. I'm so excited to be here for the launch of the Indo-Australian Chamber of Commerce East Chapter. This is not just a new chapter for the IACC, it's also a new chapter in the bilateral business relationship between Australia and India. We and Australia are very proud to be backing this endeavour, which will be a boon to business here and indeed to businesses in both of our countries. I see a lot of friends and familiar faces in the room today, which after a year in Kolkata, and I can't believe I've been here a year already, but it feels like a great confirmation, a testament to our developing relationship. So most of you will already be aware of our raison d'etre, that the Australian government took the decision to open the consulate in Kolkata, covering the eastern and northeastern states of India, because we recognise the important place that you hold in the world. And after a slightly rocky start thanks to COVID, we are moving forward with our mandate to increase trade and investment links between Australia and eastern India. For example, Australia is a partner country at the Bengal Global Business Summit this year. So to stand here today, to see the expansion of the IACC into this region, and to know that India-Australia business links are growing is immensely satisfying. Emphasising that point, Australian ministers have been making a slew of announcements in support of the bilateral relationship. Following the opening of Australian borders and plans to end the Indian air travel bubble, our Trade, Tourism and Investment Minister, Dan Tehan, signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Minister Goyal to promote travel and tourism. Hence the video, please come. Foreign Minister Marise Payne announced a series of Maitri scholarships for Indian students to study at Australian universities, boosting education and cultural ties. And I'd love to see students from Eastern India taking up this new opportunity. Ministers Payne, Tehan, Fletcher, Robert and Hawke all jointly announced the foundation of the Australian-India Infrastructure Forum, which will serve as a hub for promoting two-way investment in infrastructure. Australia and India are currently negotiating a free trade agreement, the India-Australia Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement, or CECA for short. And Minister Tehan and Minister Goyal are committed to concluding phase 1 of that agreement as soon as possible. CECA will support Australian and Indian businesses by reducing barriers and creating new trading opportunities, and it will also help both economies recover after the COVID pandemic. And the IACC East chapter will play an important role. It will give a collective voice to Australian and Indian businesses in raising priorities for consideration in the CECA negotiations and making sure that the government gets the results that business wants and needs. Our Minister for Resources and Water, Keith Pitt, announced just last Friday the allocation of $5.8 million to the 3-year Australia-India Critical Minerals Investment Partnership. Australia has vast quantities of development-ready critical mineral projects, and together we will identify potential critical minerals investment opportunities. And I'm sure you'll hear more about that in the panel discussion on resources and energy, which is coming up shortly. This funding will support emerging technologies used in sectors such as defence, aerospace, automotive, renewable energy, telecommunications, and agri-tech. And Your Excellency Minister Hakim, I'm sure you will find a partner there for high quality and reliable trade for your lithium-ion batteries for your e-bus fleet in Kolkata. And that's just the start. Our Prime Ministers are planning a virtual leaders meeting later this month, which I'm guessing suggests even more announcements, but let's wait and see. So, After 2 years of COVID restrictions, I'm optimistic that this year will be the year we can really fully re-engage. That all that demand from 2020, 2021 will be released and we'll be able to build a deeper economic relationship, fulfilling the promise of our most excellent political relationship. And personally, I've started to be able to travel again. I visited some of the other states that we cover, from the Kolkata consulate in Odisha, in Assam, in Chhattisgarh, and also other parts of West Bengal. As my ministers keep saying, because it's absolutely true, the bilateral relationship between India and Australia has never been stronger. With the brilliant support, of course, of the IACC, East India chapter, my thanks and my hearty congratulations to this milestone and this launch. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Rowan, for those highly encouraging and inspirational opening remarks. I think we're all set and ready to go. I'd now like to welcome the Honourable Minister, Minister Firhad Hakim, Minister in charge for Urban Development and Municipal Affairs Department, Transport and Housing Department, Government of West Bengal, and the Mayor of Kolkata. A very, very busy minister, but thank you so much for making the time to come here with us. We have the keynote address from the Minister.
The Consul General of Australia in Calcutta, Rohan Ainsworth, Mrs. Pentel Thomas, my colleague here in the ministry working here, Rajesh Pandeyji, Vandana Yadav, Arpita Banerjee, the mother and daughter together, the ladies and gentlemen here. It gives me a pleasure to be here because this is the first time that ICC, Indian Australian Chamber of Commerce, has opened this Eastern chapter here. And as you all know that now the eastern part of India, the economy is growing there. So there will be ample of opportunity to be together and be the partner in the growth of Eastern India. I am, as I say, that this Calcutta is always city of joy. It is actually the India's intellectual and cultural capital. Kolkata's relation with Australia started long on 18th century in a trading business. On another aspect, Melbourne and Calcutta are closely related. That is, the tram service in Melbourne and Calcutta are the example of the cities outside Europe that have based trams continuously since 19th century. Kolkata tram is considered to be Kolkata's inherited pride and Asia's first e-mobile transport system. And is this point being the Transport Minister of the state, I must utter the name of Robert D. Andrew, the Australian tram contractor, who served an unfortunate decision as planned closure of the tram by the left front government. He has to leave the Calcutta, the Belgachia depot to South Melbourne. Being the Mayor of Calcutta and Minister of Urban Development Department and the Transport Department, I always dreamed about the green Calcutta and with more sustainable energy efficient future and less expensive outcomes. As the part of the future mobility of Kolkata, my prerogative is to adopt electric vehicle by 2030, and I want to replace all the fossil fuel run public transport vehicle into electric buses. Since I am planning for a modernized gangway cum jetty adopted by electric ferry, improved Ro-Ro service too. Here I think that West Bengal and Australia may come together and extend our hands of establish deep and broad business relation with Australian government, and all the members of IACC and West Bengal will mutually benefit. As the Consul General said, yes, I have spoken to her earlier also. Both Australia and West Bengal may gain from trading of lithium, as you have just mentioned. The e-vehicle in our is most ambitious renewable energy targets, and that will help our clean energy commitment. But the dream is being inhibited due to lack of lithium metal based battery, as it is the key component of the push of roll out the e-vehicle and hybrid vehicle. As she has already mentioned, I am searching that the producer, and I have already talked with the Excite, and they think that they are on the process of that too. The Australia is the world's biggest producer of lithium, and I hope that the member of the IACC will take initiative in export of lithium as well as the investment of lithium icon battery production. Our government, as Vandana Yadav is here, Rajesh Pandeyji is also here, our government will extend all probable facilities to the investor who are intending to make investment in lithium icon battery production as well as e-vehicle production, charging point center, battery ferry here in Calcutta in West Bengal. I also request all to come forward to invest in vehicle scrapping industry, which is going to be a great prospect of investment. The member of all AICC may also involve in the other sectors in Kolkata and Newtown, the smart city of West Bengal. Biomining of the solid waste management, renewable energy sector, field of science and technology, healthcare, e-commerce, agri-tech, information technology are the other sectors where both West Bengal and Australia may proceed. The West Bengal is the first in the MSME sector in India, and it is an open and lucrative area where the investment may be made. We are also ready to make relationship in road safety sector, infrastructure sector too. Our government, under the leadership of our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, is ready to provide all possible facilities to the investor of AICC. Where might be some producer gap in execution part of the project, but I am always ready to assist all. The chamber may seek dialogue at any point of time to exchange business, trade, improve our mutual relationship. We are here, and as a mayor of Calcutta, I always sit there in the in my corporation, so anyone can come, and if any difficulties are there, we are always there to sort it out. Of course, Vandana ji is there, so she is taking very initiative for the industrialization of West Bengal, and also Rajesh Pandeyji is there. So these are the officers where they are working 24/7 to to help people, to help the investors. So any